The Anderson Language and Technology Center at CU Boulder is committed to broadening and deepening cultural understanding. Alltech offers non-credit language classes in person and remotely to everyone year-round. Our flexible and engaging format makes language learning a breeze for anyone. So join a community of like-minded and motivated students who are passionate about traveling and experiencing the world. Jump into our summer session with a 20% discount using the code ALLTECHFUN. Learn more at alltech.colorado.edu.
Hi, my name is Alex Pham, and I'm a sophomore here at the University of Colorado Boulder, studying chemical and biological engineering. On behalf of the Conference on World Affairs, I welcome you to the panel, Performance Duet, Onye and Kinan. Art is a critical, though too often overlooked, platform for unity in the midst of conflict. Today, our panelists join together to perform and discuss their artistic discourse. In turn, we hope to better reflect on the means of empowerment through shared narrative as cultivated in the arts. Thank you and enjoy the session.
Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us for the CU Boulder Virtual Conference on World Affairs this year. And this is the panel Performance Duet, Onye and Kinan. All of CW events are being recorded on YouTube and are available to watch immediately. And so you can go watch those on the YouTube channel from CWA. You may also submit questions at any time during the session through the YouTube chat. We invite you to share whether you're a student. CU students get priority in terms of answering your questions. So please put that there, as well as where you're coming in from, so we can see where our audience is coming from today. My name is Adam Griff, and I am an alumni of CU in the computer science department, as well as the CU dance department. And also I am the co-chair of the CWA Arts Subcommittee, and we bring you lots of these artsy things during CWA to sort of shake things up. And so today we're going to have two performances to come join us, and we're going to have Kinan Azme. He's a clarinetist and composer, and I've had the privilege to connect with him back in 2017 at CWA, and again during the Silk Road Ensemble when they came through, and I'm a big fan of his work, and both in the field of music and also his humanitarian efforts and social good that he does with his music. And then also we have Onye Azuzu, and she's the Dean of the University of Florida College of Arts. And I'm thrilled to have Onye here as well, as she was my choreography professor at CU, as well as technique classes and that. So without further ado, I think we can see our two performers join us. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello, Adam.
And hello, Kinan. Hello, Onye.
Hi.
And so I guess we're going to start with, I'll sort of give you a quick overview of what we're going to do. We're going to have two pieces from Kinan, and after Kinan's two pieces, we'll have a piece that Onye has, and then that will be followed by a collaboration between Kinan and Onye that will follow up, and then we'll have about 15 minutes for Q&A afterwards, which you can start submitting your questions during this. And so I guess we'll start now with Kinan introducing his first piece. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Adam, for having me. Great to be sharing the stage, Onye, with you. Hello to all. Welcome to this session. Yes, actually, you know, when I was thinking of what would be the most inclusive, actually, and comprehensive to present in this session, I immediately thought of the extremes. I'm a clarinetist and composer based in New York, and I've been always, you know, trying to maneuver different things or seemingly different styles. I'm classically trained, but also I improvise a lot. And I compose and I perform the classical work, but also perform my own music. And for this session, I wanted to share with you two works, very contrasting in nature. The first one is a piece that was fully improvised, and it has a good backstory that I would like to share with you. Is I was artist in residence in a festival in Germany called the Morgenland Festival, and there was a band that was supposed to come from Iran to play that night, and they didn't get their visas. These are stories that we hear very often. So the festival director just called me, just like a couple hours before we go on stage. He said, "Kinan, the band couldn't make it. Do you want to play?" And I said, "Sure, I would love to play." And there's this wonderful German pianist, Florian Weber, who was also an artist in residence in this festival. And we always wanted to do something together. So we both said yes to the festival director, and we just met on stage. So what you're going to hear now is actually a fully improvised piece from beginning to end. And I'm not telling you what to feel, but I would like you to see the process, because you're going to see how the improvisational work, it's a good demonstration of how improvisation works, where people listen to each other, they try to figure out what needs to happen. Then when they latch into an idea, it becomes, we go with it. So I hope you enjoy. This is a piece, place your attention. It's about 9 minutes long. I hope it's going to be worth it for you. It doesn't have a title. It's just free improvisation featuring myself on clarinet and Florian Weber on piano, part of the Morgenland Festival in Germany. All right, thank you. Thank you very much for listening. The next piece we're going to play, as I said, it's like the other extreme of things. This is a piece that is fully composed. The title of the piece is The Fence, the Rooftop, and the Distant Sea. The piece was premiered, it was commissioned by this new wonderful hall in Hamburg, the Elbphilharmonie. And it was premiered by Yo-Yo Ma and myself, I think 2017 in January. The piece is about two individuals who are trying to connect a distant memory of home together. The piece was inspired, when I wrote it, I was visiting Beirut. It was a while since I've been to Damascus, my hometown. And we rented an apartment that had a fence, there's a rooftop, and there was the sea, obviously. And I was imagining that, if I look carefully, I can see Damascus, or actually at least the Syrian coastline from the balcony. So home was very close physically, yet kind of far. And it was a time where I was worried that I'm losing a little bit of details in my memories of home. I would do this imaginary drives between my parents' place to the opera house. And I was trying to remember, like, what exits do I take, which streets to go through. And I noticed that I was doing this with all my friends. Every time I meet another Syrian friend from Damascus, we'll start to build home together by just telling each other about these imaginary drives. So this piece is about two individuals who are trying to reconstruct home from memories. The piece originally is in 5 movements. You're going to hear 3 movements, and it's here played beautifully by Michael Nicholas, wonderful cellist from the quartet Brooklyn Rider. And you're going to hear 3 movements, the first movement, the second, and the fifth. Both characters realize at the end of the piece, which is in the 5th movement, that one of the most important memories of home were the simplest. I hope you enjoy.
evening. Is my sound working okay? Somebody give me an amen. Thumbs up. Thank you so much, Kinan. That last piece was I have to get myself back into this world. And whoever did the
Onye, we can't hear you.
oh. How about now? Is it working yet?
No.
This should work. Is this working?
There we go. It's a pleasure to
Okay.
have you.
I had to transfer from my speaker because I had to hear as much of Kinan Esme as I possibly could. Thank you, Kinan, for that work. That was amazing. And thank you, Adam Griff, for the invitation to join the Conference on World Affairs this year. Adam has been after me for several years to get myself together and get my schedule right so I could show up, and I'm so happy that it finally worked out this year. It's a real pleasure to be here. I'm going to show first a piece called Space Carcasses. And it's an initial exploration into a project that I had envisioned in the year or two before the pandemic began. And a piece that will explore the idea of how spaces create structures for our experience. This particular piece is an exploration of a historical site 2 streets off the water in Savannah, Georgia, called Factors Row. And there are these vaults or sort of long, narrow rooms built into the side of an embankment that are bricked in with oval passageways between them and little windows. And in the back of the vault is a chute that lets in light, a little bit of light and air from the back of the chute. And when I first entered those vaults when I was on vacation on a historical tour of the city of Savannah, my hairs on my arms stood up on end because the shape of the space and the way that affected my body reminded me so viscerally of touring the spaces in a building called the Door of No Return in Senegal, West Africa, which was the last holding place of soon to be enslaved Africans before they were loaded onto ships and sailed for ports like Savannah. The city of Savannah does not cop to a narrative that includes the history of slaves being held in that space, and it's a contested history. I spent about 2 days in that space earlier this fall during the pandemic, and got to witness tour guides as they came through that space and the contested history and the contested stories. Listen to African-American tour guides point to places on the walls and locate the symbols of traditional African religions and iconographies, and talk about the DNA research that was being done in the soils and the spaces that were probably used as bathrooms, and see homeless people come into the building and take naps in the space and do some dancing and some recording. And then I worked with some beautiful dancers and designers and projectionists in the faculty, staff, and students of University of Florida, where I now am, not like I used to be in Colorado, to create this piece, which is sort of the first exploration into the ideas in Space Carcasses. the spaces that separate and bring us together, and the ways that we dream of them in absence. Sorry, Mama, I have to switch this back to the. Should be working.
We are bodies who start inside other bodies. Most of us think we know what our body is. It is the fleshy whole we inhabit. But the dictionary defines the word body much more broadly. A body is the entire material or physical structure of an individual organism. It is also an entity composed of numerous members, of people, things, concepts, or processes. A student body, a body of work, a body of knowledge, the body politic. Body is used to describe the main or central part of something, the body of a temple, for instance. It can also describe a mass as distinct from other bodies, a body of water or a celestial body. Body can also be used to describe a qualitative measure of physical consistency. Wine and sauces have certain body. Shakespeare used body as a verb, to body forth the forms of things unknown. What does body mean? In some, but not all of these meanings, body is used to refer to a material entity. What all the meanings do share is the sense that body is a boundary that delimits qualities, persons, substances, ideas, or processes. Yet, even this widened definition is tenuous and provisional at best. incessant pushing for the struggle of regeneration. One hurricane replaces another just when the island has been rejuvenated. Living in kaleidoscope cities, urban twisted metal sculptures, piles of moving fabric, and hair, all that hair braided together like a downtown skyline woven through towers with a 1-2 breakbeat. Even these buildings have rhythm, metal worker songs and saw blade scratches take them as a symbol of our rise up stance. Educate our children for a second chance. Ain't no 3 strikes in the world I live in. We speak forgiveness like giraffe tongues, long and ready to unravel. We speak change in the language of the playground, the dialect of freeways and b-ball courts. line where our body begins and where it ends is the subject of controversy in numerous disciplines. From the perspective of physics, we know that energy fields are unbounded. The biomagnetic field of the human heart extends indefinitely out into space. The strength of the field may diminish as it moves farther from its source. But there is no definite point at which you can say the field ends. Breakthroughs in quantum physics have made it possible to develop instruments so sensitive that they can detect the biomagnetic field of the human heart from 15 feet away. So whenever we share the company of others, we find ourselves in the midst of overlapping, interpenetrating bioelectric and magnetic fields that originate within each of our bodies.
Wow, wonderful. I think you're muted, Onye. We cannot hear you.
I said Adam did a good job bringing us together. I'm grateful.
I am very grateful too. It's been wonderful just looking at this. Such a journey. Thank you very much for sharing this with us.
Yeah, likewise. Likewise. So did my camera go off? Can you still see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Our collaboration is a work that has just emerged. Kinan sent me around a 20-minute piece of 2 pieces of music, and I chose to do 3 improvisations to give myself a challenge. I did them on 3 subsequent days at 3 different times of day. And I allowed myself to listen to the music mostly while I was sleeping. And my daughter, who is a budding animation artist and storyboarder, who actually did the animations in that last piece, listened to it in her room. So I cheated a little bit because I could hear it from her room sometimes, but mostly I just listened to it while I was sleeping. And then I recorded very simply a straight improvisation and used the structure of my living room as a physical anchor to the recordings, and made sure that I recorded each one from exactly the same position. The camera was in exactly the same position, so that my editor, Javon Landry, could then lay the videos on top of each other in a way that they matched perfectly. Kinan, did you want to say something about the music?
I mean, a little bit. I'm very excited to watch this also with everybody. I think it has to do. I think this also, we're going to talk about this afterwards. It has a lot to do with working in solitude, which many of us have been doing. And this piece that Onye worked on was a reworking of a couple pieces of mine that were originally written for multiple players. There's a piece that was originally for string quartet and electronics titled Don't Repeat After Me. And then another piece titled And We Are All Optimistic, which is the ending of the piece. And they were originally for multiple people. And this was written, I think, rearranged last May, where, you start to look around, and then I wanted to focus on the sounds that I'm able to create, the multitudes of me using technology, but also I think creating space. So I think this piece, Onye, was waiting for choreography. It was waiting for the visual element. So I'm very happy
Wow.
that this
You
is going to
just
be like...
named it. You just named it though. Multitudes of me. What?
No, but I guess this is like the world premiere, if we can say so, right?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Sorry, Mo.
Thank you. That was fabulous. It's great to see the two of you collaborate in what you came up with, and very exciting. Let's see, I guess I'll start off with just sort of something I noticed myself as I was watching this piece, and the humor was not lost on the "don't repeat after me," Kinan, of the first part of the piece that was in there, and then Onye goes ahead and repeats it 2 more times.